People come in, they sit down, they go, I just want to feel normal again, which I always get a kick out of because it's normal is your own perspective, but we tend to base it on everybody else. So we're comparing ourselves to everybody else and saying that's normal and that's what we want, and really it's not. Or I'll get people come in and the panic attacks are happening. They're getting worse. I can't control them. Or I can't concentrate at work or at school because my mind is fogged over. Or I get the teenager who's angry or being bullied. A lot of what I get is the medicine isn't working for me again, or my doctor can't figure out what's going on. They just don't know what's happening with me. There's no signs of illness, but yet I feel this way. I'll give you a story that a client that I had, it's been a couple years ago, his daughter brought him in. He was a gentleman, he was 65 years old. He had aches and pains. Getting up and down out of the chair just was very painful for him. And he had rash throughout his body, and he just felt crappy all the time. And this was a gentleman who was a multimillionaire, who had multiple businesses, very successful. And he came to me because he was going to Duke University, the medical center, and had been tested and, he said, prodded and poked so much, and they couldn't find anything. They couldn't find what the root of it was. And so what we did, when we worked together, or using the EFT and the other practices I do, I was able to, within a fairly short period of time, the rash went away, he felt so much better, and the achiness even subsided. I mean, there was still some natural stuff from his age, but not anywhere to the degree when he walked in. So, but what proved out through that was the fact that he had bottled up his emotions throughout his life. He had all the money. He always had all the things he ever needed, money-wise, home, all of that stuff was good. And so instead of dealing with his emotions, he would deal with it by passing out money or gifts or, doing that versus dealing with what he was feeling. And he bottled those emotions up, and all the things were starting to collapse around him. And he had no support because he'd never allowed anybody to give to him. He didn't allow people to do things. And so he bottled all that up. And we were able to release that and get this in tuned up and get this in a good shape. And it made the physical part in good shape. So what I really do for people is I change their energy. I help them manage their emotions. We don't get rid of emotions. We don't get rid of anxiety. You can't. It's a natural process for our body and our mind. But I help them to manage it, to control it, to keep it in a good place for them. Really, in truth, I give them back their life. What I did for that gentleman that I just spoke of was I gave him back the ability to enjoy his life, to be able to receive and give. And it made so much a big difference for him to enjoy his life again. And that's what I help people do.